Hello there, this is Miss Ashley. I'm back. It took a while. I had some things come up. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to try to get a little bit more regular with this again. But I did say I would see you soon last time, and I didn't hold up my part of the bargain. So, to make amends, please enjoy this video of Kirby teaching a robo-dog how to cross the street.
あのペット、そろそろカービィに懐いたかしら。とっくにぶっ壊れてるんじゃないの？どうしてそんなに意地悪なの？せっかくカービィに弟ができたのに。
弟は電池じゃ動かないぜ。
ぽよ。ぽよ。
That was just so adorable, wasn't it? Alright, so when we last left off, we were in level 4, which was Grape Garden. That's right, we were going to avenge our missing balloons. Oh, see you soon, balloons. We won't really see the balloons. Anyway, so yeah, I had a lot of things come up, real life stuff. Oh wow, I had some, like, weird invincibility there. Had some things come up, kind of distracted me, but they're more or less under control now, so I should be able to get a little bit back on track. And one of the things I've been doing, though, like in my meantime, I've gotten to play the new Kirby, Star Allies on Switch, and it's pretty fun. And right there, I took that hit because I was trying, my muscle memory from playing Star Allies kicked in. It's a game that follows the modern Kirby template of doing a lot of cool things you can't quite do in this game that's over 20 years old. So, oh, this is just so beautiful. Look at this. Like, remember, this is a late NES game, like pretty much near the end of the NES's life cycle. So we get to see just, you know, such cool little, like, granted, like, there's not a lot of colors going on here, but the way they're being used, you have the twinkling of the stars kind of independently. And incidentally, this background keys me into something, which is why I just gave up that ability. Behold. Our old friend UFO is back. Now, if you hadn't found any of the hidden rooms for the UFOs earlier, this would have been where you would get UFO normally, and we're going to try not to lose it. And just like in the secret rooms, those UFOs will not come back if we mess things up. Oh, look at this. Here's an ability that we previewed way back in World 2, thanks to Paint Roller. That would be the enemy that gives us the ball ability. It's actually a very strong ability, it's just kind of hard to use. Especially in this place, because, as you can see, we've got a lot of star blocks here, and ball would... Go away, little birdie. There's a lot of star blocks here, and so if we were using ball, we'd have to kind of be careful to, not kind of mess up our trajectories as we go. Speaking of star blocks, this looks a little suspicious. Well, what do you know? So you might be wondering, now that we've gotten most of the abilities in the game and we're already halfway through, what is there to look forward to? Well, stuff like that. As I mentioned last time, the game has really opened up to us now. We have a very good idea of everything that's available to us with regards to the abilities and, you know, the kind of secrets that we need to be looking for, like something like that, where it's as simple as, oh man, tornado's kind of strong. Something as simple as seeing that incongruency in the block pattern. You know, there was an invisible door there. So, like, the real game begins in this world. Get in the door. At least that's in there, yeah. That little jumping minigame is still in Star Allies. It repeats in different incarnations throughout the Kirby series. Oh, listen to that. Oh, because we're way up here in the clouds. Alright, well, let's get our bearings back, if we can. Let's play a little bit of the crane game. Oh, that's way over there, but we've got this under control. Oh, maybe not. That's a little bit far away. That's looking a little wobbly. Oh. That's alright. You know, I should be okay. I mean, you really don't need that many lives in a Kirby game. Oh, that's definitely not getting over there. So we're a little bit rusty. All of my Kirby skills were dumped into Star Allies, so I have to definitely get back on track with this. So you've noticed now that with these levels, in this world, we're kind of combining elements of all of the last 3 worlds. So, like, you know, here we have kind of the enclosed areas from Butter Building, as well as some of the verticality. We've got some of the wide open stuff of World 1, of Vegetable Valley. As well as some kind of miscellaneous bomb block secrets. Stuff really starts to kind of gets to mix up a little bit here. Again, kind of combining everything that we've learned in the last 3 worlds. Of course, this is leaning a little bit more towards Butter Building with this, you know, intricate, this labyrinthine environment. But hey, we get underwater. That's World 2. So anyway, yeah, I had just a few prior commitments that I needed to take care of. Some stuff that was really eating into my free time. I tried to get ahead in it, but there was like a major thing I had to do before I could kind of have more free reign of my free time. But that's kind of been settled now. Look at these little... So what I really like, amongst all the other things to like in this game, are just how many sprites there are for Kirby. You know, for all of his different forms, for all of the weapons that he carries, you know, whether he's going up a hill or... Oh, no. Whether he's going up a hill or sliding down a hill, you know, big Kirby sprites, little Kirby sprites, everywhere a sprite. Just so much personality. And I think, like... Ooh, Double Poppy Brother Sr. Oh, I am so rusty. There we go. Yeah, okay. We'll get this ambush a little bit better managed now. Look at that. So much damage. Big damage. No, there's... Okay, oh, yeah, I was about to say, they are desynced a little, so that's gonna work to our favor. Pick up a crash, and be on our way. Now, normally when they give us these screen-clearing abilities, or not... I was just about to say, normally when they give us a screen-clearing ability, they intend for us to use it somewhere. Like, it's not necessary to use it, but it makes something coming up a little bit easier. Ooh, quick draw. Now, this is something that I don't think I'll ever get reaccustomed to. Alright, what'll do? I've got your number. No, I don't. Way too slow. We're not getting past bonkers. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I'm going to keep trying, though. I still have plenty more chances to try this. Oh, man. It's just so sad, though, that I can't get any faster than this. Okay. Alright. We might be able to get somewhere now. Look at that. He's the king of the town. Oh. That's not as fast as I remember. I seem to recall it getting into the single digits as you went. I also could have sworn Meta Knight was in here, but maybe I'm thinking of the Samurai Kirby from Superstar. We're going on a Zeppelin. And there's a cannon. Have we seen these yet? I can't remember if we've seen these yet. Simple concept. There's a fuse, there's a cannon, there's a fire dude, but we need to get rid of this first. So, goodbye, Crash. We worked kind of hard for you, but we don't really need you right now. Wait a minute, where did you... Wait, did we hit a sprite limit? Why did the hothead or whatever his name is disappear? There he is. Yeah, I think we hit a weird sprite limit with that star and a fireball and something else. It's kind of like, so there was a series on Wii U and 3DS called NES Remix, where it took, you know, different chunks of retro games. Oh, that's all this was for. It took different chunks of retro games and, you know, gave you certain challenges. Like, it was kind of like save states with something, oh, I told you the wind would make a comeback. So now we're flying high in the skies of Grape Garden, going from blimp to blimp. This is obviously nowhere near as harrowing as the airship stages in Mario 3. In fact, look at this. Like, there is a giant one right beneath us. Like, we're not in any real danger. Now, that said, if I recall, there is a secret somewhere amongst all of this stuff. I'm just not quite sure what I would need for it. Let's see. That's not it. That's a Shatso. Not there. Where would it be? Like, I know there's one here. There it is. Get in there. Catch up to the Zeppelin. There it is. Got it. We opened up a museum. That's gonna be handy, because Cutter's not quite my jam. So anyway, as I was saying, an NES Remix, it's a series of, like, save states, different challenges, and some of those challenges, to get the highest scores, to get the highest scores actually requires you to, okay, at least there's one specific one I'm thinking of, that requires you to pace yourself, because if you go too fast, you will actually despawn an enemy that would be needed to make your time several seconds shorter for completion than it would be otherwise. It is the silliest thing, and something that's not immediately apparent unless you know how those sprite limits and boundaries and such work. Oh, there's a little soda up there. I probably want to get that. Come to my mouth, soda. Alright, let's get off this Zeppelin, because this wind is starting to... Look at that. See, even the Warp Star can't handle this. It's just too fast. Back to the clouds. Back to the clouds, and I have a feeling there's somebody waiting for us here somewhere. I don't remember what your name is, but you're on my way. Yeah, it was a challenge that took place in the first level of the original Super Mario Bros., and it tasked you with killing a certain number of enemies with a superstar. But if you ran too fast, one Goomba would not show up, and then the next Goomba you would need to get to your total would be near the end. And so if you kind of pause for a moment in the middle of your run and wait for that Goomba to spawn, or I'm sorry, wait for something to go off the screen, then that Goomba will be there and you can get the faster time. Kaabii is so weird. Look at that, tried to surround me, but I'm too quick for him. Where are we? Like, we're above the clouds, but there's trees. Some Scarfies. You know, I'm starting to think maybe this is the actual Grape Garden. Just a little hint, or I'm sorry, just a hunch. Ow! My sword. Incidentally, I don't see our balloons anywhere, but that's okay. Ooh, wheel section. In fact, this is probably going to be how we get our secret. Alright, so there's going to be a series of descending ramps, and we're going to need to activate our wheel. See if there's a bomb block there. And so we're going to be erasing the explosion of the bomb block. If it beats us, it will barricade off a door that's going to have the switch. No! And I missed it. I missed it by a long shot. We're going back to this later. Wow, I totally forgot about that part. I thought I was near the bottom, but no, that part is kind of annoying. Yeah, and this is pretty deep into the level too to get back here, so and so there's the door that would have had something special in it. I think it's the switch. That's okay. So we got a mini boss coming up. Who do we have here? It's a little turtley guy. Isn't he adorable? Look at him. Oh, no. Ah! He threw me. How rude. Uh-oh. This is gonna be a little hard now. Hey, give me a little turtle. Alright. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Whatever you're gonna do, kind of... Okay, give me some more turtles. You gotta give me some of your buddies. Your buddies want to, give me some of your buddies for me to give you back to hug. Because I don't need you hugging me anymore. 2 more hugs and I'm gone. There's such a thing as too many hugs. No! Give me turtle. Give me turtle. Alright. That's one more. I need one more turtle. Come on, dude. Give me one more. Oh, no! Ow. That looked really painful. The full weight of your turtley self. Okay, come on. I just need another turtle. Give me another turtle. No! Oh, you see that? There was a hit spark there. That was really weird. Okay, as you probably guessed, this is going to be one of the abilities that we're missing. And I think this is the last ability we're missing, if I remember the sidebars. It's been a while. Throw! Look at that picture on the bottom. He is straight up team rocketing somebody right now. Throw. Kirby can grab an enemy and toss it away, like a star. Use an enemy to beat others. So, throw is kind of like body slam. You'll notice that my inhale graphic has changed, the sound has changed, so now inhale will draw enemies towards me, and once I have them, then I throw them. Now, you would think at first, like, well, that's kind of silly, like, that's really not that much different from your regular throw. Well, I can throw in all 8 directions. And also, you probably picked up that the thrown stars are not like the star shots from Inhale. They are the superstars. So it's super powerful, it's aimable in multiple directions, but I also can't move while I'm holding an enemy. And as you saw in that turtle fight, sometimes you don't want to just wait for stuff. Speaking of waiting for stuff, I need this. I'm either. Oh no! Oh no! This is not gonna go well. No! No! Oh, he looks so sad. He just kind of. When Bugsy grabbed him, he was just like, "Yep, that's it." What do we have in here? Oh, you know what? What did you mean, Bugsy? That was just a dream. That was just a dream. It never happened. Ball. Alright, so we push B, we turn into a ball, and if we hold down the A button, we will just keep going higher and higher. And you see on our ascent and our descent, as we flash, we do damage. And we can just hit B again to transform back. I will show you how powerful this is over here in the arena. I wonder who's in here. No, it wasn't Bugsy. That was just a dream. It's Bugsy. And he's really fast. Oh! Oh, wow! No! That's actually incredible. I had no idea. So you're technically not invincible when you're in your damaging state for the ball. Okay, and more hit sparks. Okay, so I guess there's just some weird frames where enemies don't deal damage to you. Backdrop. Alright. You know what? I'm fine with that. I basically traded in the ability to throw somebody across the horizon with the ability to drive them into the ground. That works for me. But I'm gonna have to give it up anyway, because we need to, yeah, we kind of need to get this. So, I will see you back over there. Alright, let's see if I can do this now. Okay, so the idea here is that you have to turn at just the right time so that you fall off and immediately go as you land. Because if you just let it go its course, if you go like you can still hit if you hit a wall while you're trying to turn, it will also knock you out of the wheel. So this might take a while. So here we go. Attempt number 2. Yeah, and we already lost it. I'll see you back there. I will say this much, having wheel made it a lot faster to get back here. Here we go, attempt number 3. Unbelievable. I'm getting pretty good at getting all the way back here super fast. Alright, let's do this again. I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to get past those 2 other parts. I think this might have been one of the last 2 things I did in this game the first time through, because it's so hard. No! Now, see, at the very end here, like, you can't just hit the, yeah. Sadness. Let's try this again. See you there. Okay, so yeah, at the end there, I thought you had to transform again, like in midair, to just like get through that passage quickly, but no, you just need to focus and jump up, float up, just whatever, just get in there fast, but do not transform again the moment you hit that wall. Not a good idea. Alright, I have lost track of how many times I've tried this. Let's go. I would like to take this moment to express just how much I don't care for these wheel puzzles. They appear in multiple Kirby games. This is going to be really fun to edit later. Here we go again. No! I turned way a little bit too soon on that last one. No. You know, the most disappointing part of all of this is that this is still not... compared to the boss coming up, I don't know, I might have more problems with the boss than I do with this, so... Okay, here we go. I don't know if that picked up through my my pop filter, but that was a pretty heavy sigh of relief. No. No.
No. No. No.
Ouch, indeed. I'm pretty sure that there's a switch behind one of those puzzles. But, well, live and learn. Back to the quest. You know, honestly though, my first hint that there wasn't one there, it should have been that, well, for one, there's not really any kind of blocked off area nearby. And for two, if I recall correctly, the door... There's something about the door that either changes or doesn't change if you're missing a secret switch in a level. So, I should have known. Oh, thank you so much, Meta Knight. I need this sugar rush. I deserve it. I worked hard for this candy. No. Just too bad that this level is conspiring to keep me from getting the fullness of my sugar rush. That's good enough. Oh boy. That was such a time. I gotta say though, you know, this is the happy place. We're all about good feelings. And, oh, weird. All about good feelings, and if nothing else, I got very, oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh no, how do I need the sword. Wow, Kaabii just blasted off. I can't slide this, can I? Not from here? Oh, yeah, I can, and it's gonna be painful. Oh, thank you, 1UP. I will say that, if nothing else, I got very good at running through those first two areas of that level. Got to a point where, you know, I was just kind of running non-stop to get back to that. Meta Knight. I thought we were friends. Okay. He gave me candy, but that was in the past. Now it's gotta be, now it's serious time. And we gotta do this right. If we're gonna fight the Meta Knights, we have to have a sword. You know, even though, as I've demonstrated before, it's actually a little bit easier to do this without an ability. Anyway. Oh, that's right, 2 hits. Well, okay, so they have different HP amounts. No. Alright. You know what? It's time to do a Kirby. We're gonna go old school on this. We're gonna go Kirby's Dream Land 1 on these guys. It is crazy how much easier that is. And there's something up here I need to check. No. Alright. Take note of that moon, because if I remember, that will be important later. What? Bronto Burt, why? That was so mean. Ooh, cool. So we're just gonna blast on through to the other side. Oh, jeez. This is... So remember what I was saying before about how, look at that, how different enemy types don't necessarily have similar behaviors. So those Bronto Burts are just timing-based, you know, those could have been... maybe here. Nope. Those enemies could have been straight up like a totally different enemy that, you know, we could have maybe been shown earlier in the game to be primed to, you know, be ready for stuff just falling out of the sky like that. But instead, it's Bronto Burt. And if we had kept our fireball here, we would be sitting pretty, but instead we can just kind of float on through. Do a little short hop, do a little melee short hop. Come on, Kirby. I know you can do it. There we go. Oh boy. Oh, that was way too early. Anyhow, yeah, that could have been that could have been a totally different enemy type, but instead we get more Bronto Burt. Bronto Burt, over time, has gotten to be a lot less threatening, because he's gotten a lot more predictable. But back in this day, oh boy. Ooh, that was a little risky. I probably shouldn't have gone for that, but it's fine. It worked out. Get rid of a little tadpole dude, and we're just gonna go swim in the water. To be fair, I did attack his friend. Alright, now, the safer way to do this if you don't have an ability is just to puff it out. Just puff. Remember, in the first Kirby game, or in Kirby's Adventure, the enemies don't have hit points. So most enemies don't have hit points, other than mid-bosses, and the Meta Knights. So you can take advantage of that fact. Namely by your air puffs being as strong as most weapons. What in the... why can't I... oh no. Might be about to have some technical difficulties here. Not sure. Things are getting a little jittery on me. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it's... see, okay, now see, you notice that the fire guy, he didn't launch a fireball that time. That's because hey, Mr. TikTok. That's because the sprite limit had gotten hit for the area. There were way too many things on screen, so his fireball couldn't be drawn in. Yeah, you just keep doing you, buddy. Sorry. I like to sleep in. But I do like to sing all night. That is for those other Bronto birds. And as you've probably guessed, our old friend Light is here. And that will be the last we see of Light. I believe this is the second dark room in the game, and it will be the last one we will see. But this one has a secret. So if you had been underwhelmed by Light during its first appearance, you might have been inclined to ignore it for the second one, but if you did that, you would be doing it at your peril, and you would miss that secret. Because really, you can see perfectly fine here. Look at me all fancy. Alright, and now we're back over here. And, you know, we're doing the whole butter building thing, but we're in the sky. This is a cool little puzzle here, so... if you've played... oh no. well, that's a cool little puzzle that we will not be seeing, because I needed that stone. Too bad. Anyway, yeah, you have to hit those stakes in a specific order, because they will clear out the blocks underneath them, and some of them will also push the, one-up up a level. And so you have to pick the right sequence of stakes, otherwise the one-up will just drop out at the bottom. The idea is you hit one stake to open up the others, then you hit another stake to pop the one-up up, and then you hit another stake to pop the one-up up. But if you flip the order of those last two, I think, then the one-up just falls. Oh boy, speaking of falls, let's see how many of... Oh wait, whoops, I totally had a brain fart. We're fighting a boss. Welcome to Kracko Jr. But right now, we're not trying to hurt him. We're trying to escape. If you'll notice, Kracko does not have a life bar right now. I mean, I could hit him. I'm pretty sure I could hit him, but it wouldn't really do anything to him. Our goal here is to escape. You noticed in that very first flat section, he took the ground out, so we are just running away. I'm pretty sure that the developers noticed high jump wasn't quite doing much, and, you know, gave us a little runaway section, and now there's Kracko proper. Kracko. And thanks to high jump, he was going to be pretty easy. Kracko tends to be a highlight in the games that he's in, like Wispy Woods and DDD. He is a recurring boss. As of this game, he would be the second recurring boss we have now hit. He was a little bit hard in the original Kirby's Dream Land, and I don't remember playing it, but I've seen videos of him in the extra hard mode, or the extra mode for Kirby's Dream Land, where he is even harder, because he gets way unpredictable. But, you know, if I had to fight him... There we go. Just, it ain't nothing. If I had to fight him without any abilities, that would have been pretty harrowing, but, you know, high jump is where it's at here, and because of that, it gets referenced in a different Kirby game later. Oh boy, so I had a brain fart. I didn't mean to go in the boss door right away. I thought I was going inside of I thought I was going to catch eggs in my mouth, but I kind of ended the level. I think there's still something in this map that we'll go check out, but we'll do that. No, we'll do that. Yogurt Yard, we went way up in the clouds, and I'm honestly not quite sure if we climbed up to Yogurt Yard or if we fell down into it, because we were pretty high up earlier. Let's go back. What did I miss? Okay, so yeah, I saw this, and I thought that was the egg door, which was silly. And is there anything else down here? No, that should be everything. Yeah, that's everything. Okay, so we're good. So... when we return next time, this probably wound up being a little shorter than, you know, you would hope for being gone from this for so long. But, well, I'm back now. I'm going to try to do this a little bit more regularly. And hey, you know, if I happen to take another extended break again, I'll, you know, try to make up for it somehow with, you know, something adorable. So, until then, see you soon.
てはやってくる